Hey, SnapFlash fam! Big developments out of Pretoria today. President Cyril Ramaphosa's upcoming national convention is facing boycotts, political snubs, and even a military controversy. But his spokesperson says the show will go on. Let's break it down. Former President Thabo Mbeki says he's out. Some major players are refusing to attend. And now there's a general's trip to Iran that's raising eyebrows in Washington. Can Ramaphosa's People's Dialogue survive the storm? Stick around to find out. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the top political stories from across Africa, right here on SnapFlash. Presidential spokesperson Vincent Magwenya says the national convention, set for 15 to 17th of August, is still on track. He calls it a platform for all South Africans, bringing together 1,000 delegates from civil society, business, labor, youth, and traditional leaders, to set the agenda for a 9-month national conversation. Former President Thabo Mbeki is skipping the event, questioning whether it's truly inclusive. Magwenya says it's regrettable but not fatal, stressing the dialogue belongs to the people, not the president. Then there's the drama. General Mafanyani's unapproved trip to Iran. Magwenya says Ramaphosa didn't know about it and didn't sign off. With US-SA relations already delicate, Magwenya admits the trip was ill-advised and unhelpful to restoring trust with Washington. Disciplinary action still under review.
My name is Thabo from News 24.
Yes, Thabo, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
Long time no see.
Yes.
That's why I don't remember. You don't come here often.
I don't. Amanda comes. Anyway, thank you for that. The first questions are on the National Convention. There's been a lot of controversy around this gathering. Just today, the former president, Thabo Mbeki, has said that he's not going to attend. Does the president think this gathering still holds the legitimacy that he had hoped it would initially? And then, with regards to the general, was the president aware of General Mapony's trip to Iran? Did the president authorize or sanction this visit? Considering the strained relations between Pretoria and Washington, does the presidency find the timing of this visit concerning? And lastly, is the president concerned that the trip might further aggravate relations between Pretoria and Washington? Thank you.
Okay, maybe because you asked so many questions, let me just deal with them. Then we'll move on to the next round. It was the National Convention, right? And then the Iran visit. Okay. There's no controversy insofar as the national dialogue process is concerned, and also with respect to the national convention that will be held tomorrow to kick off the national dialogue process. What we have is a dispute that has been declared by 7 or so foundations who do not represent the majority of South Africans, albeit they are entities of high standing and they are respected based on the standing of the stalwarts they are named after. Be that as it may, the issue is also not over the actual national dialogue. The issue that these foundations have is with the state of preparedness, funding of the National Convention, as well as what I will call their misinterpretation with respect to whether this is a citizens-led process or not. Those are the issues. In the meeting they held with the president, they expressed their concerns on these issues. There was a genuine and earnest attempt to address those concerns. The president, with all humility, expressed his anxiety over the postponement of the National Convention because a great deal of preparation had taken place for the National Convention to take place and commence the dialogue process. Invitations had gone out. Delegates representing organizations from across society had begun making preparations to attend the National Convention. Therefore, it will have been a great deal of inconvenience, not only to just 7 foundations, but to close to 100 civil society organizations and many other sectoral groups that had committed to attend the National Convention. And therefore, the President felt that those issues of concern must be resolved in parallel to proceeding with the holding of the first National Convention. And the President expected that those foundations will remain part of the preparatory task team, which they'd been part of. And at no time did that PTT, or was that PTT rather, dominated by government. That PTT always had far more representation of civil society as well as foundation than it did of various government role players. Notwithstanding that, the foundations then committed that they will still participate in the national dialogue process, albeit after withdrawing from the preparatory task team. So the President's expectation is that the foundations will continue participating. They committed to doing so. They further committed to continue mobilizing all sectors of society around participating in the national dialogue. And therefore, the President does not believe that the process is mired in controversy. We understand the facts to be as I've related to them, that there was an issue in the process, or there were issues in the process of preparations, and there was a very genuine attempt to address those issues. As things stand, the President is satisfied that a number of those issues have been addressed, and that we will have a successful first national convention tomorrow. It is possible and likely that when you undertake an endeavor of this nature, 1 or 2 things are bound to go wrong. You are likely to have some teething problems. And the President made that admission to the foundations and said he will be the first person to take criticism and accept responsibility for those elements that will not live up to the expectations of those participating as well as the expectations of the country. But with all of that, the National Convention must still continue. And so there will be engagements through the IMC with the foundations. They will continue to be engaged. They will be heard, and with the view that, like all other South Africans, their voice is important, and that they contribute to the national dialogue process. On Iran and the General's visit, did the President know that the General was visiting Iran? Neither did he sanction that visit. The General's sort of administrative process for travel approval starts and ends with the Minister. As much as the President is the appointing authority and the Commander-in-Chief, he does not get involved in supervising the General's travel. That process sits with the Minister. So the President did not know. Is there concern? Yes, there is a concern. At this period of heightened geopolitical tensions, as well as conflict in the Middle East, one can say the visit was ill-advised, and more so the expectation is that the General should have been a lot more circumspect with the comments he makes, which delve into the area of foreign policy that only the President as well as the Department of International Relations are responsible for, and does not fall in the purview of the officers.
After the convention, Ramaphosa heads to the SADC summit in Madagascar on the 17th of August, then to TICAD 9 in Japan from 20 to 22nd of August. Do you think boycotting this dialogue sends a stronger message than showing up and debating? Drop your take in the comments. We want to hear from you. If you found this update useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more political deep dives across Africa. Boycotts or not, the National Convention is moving forward, and all eyes will be on whether it can bridge South Africa's divides or deepen them. This is SnapFlash. Stay sharp, stay informed.